Hi, this is Nick Forster. We're going to share one of our favorite eTown shows from the archives, and it starts right now.
From the Momentary in Bentonville, Arkansas, it's eTown on the Road with this week's guest from Nashville, Tennessee, Langhorne Slim, Grady Spann, CEO of the Northwest Arkansas Land Trust, and from Austin, Texas, Greyhounds. I'm Helen Forster. Right now, welcome our host, Nick Forster.
Thank you, Ellen. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome to eTown. We are back in Bentonville, and we're happy about it. We are at the Momentary, the former Velveeta cheese factory that is now a hip museum and art gallery and gathering space and music venue with the Sky Bar on top. It's very cool. It's got a killer coffee shop. We are getting very comfortable here at the Momentary. This week, we get to learn about protecting what's important. Lots of things are important. Air, water, democracy, all kinds of things are important. But for us this week, that list includes land conservation in Northwest Arkansas. Really critical in this part of the world. It gets developed and it goes away. We're going to hear from one of our favorite Austin bands. Greyhounds are here. They have been collaborating with some of their buddies from Austin, working to protect and preserve the great music scene that's in Austin that's really actually kind of threatened because of rents going sky high and things changing. But they're working hard to keep it real, keep it productive, something that's endangered in its own way, worth protecting. And up first, we get to hear from someone who had to fight to protect his own health and welfare in the face of anxiety and addiction that literally brought his creativity to a standstill. I'm talking about Langhorne Slim, the effervescent and energetic live performer who hit a tough patch in his career, and he got some help, asked for some help, came away grateful, and now he's back, baby. He's prolific, he's creative in ways he couldn't even see before. He's doing really well. We're really glad to have him back. In fact, let's just get him out. Please welcome back to eTown for yet another visit to us, our good buddy, Langhorne Slim.
Hello, hello. It's lovely to be here. What I learned is if you put out a record and you discuss things like addiction and mental health, people would like to speak to you about that for a long time. But I'm here to say I'm feeling good. And I hope you all are. And I'll be happy to speak with Nick or anybody about those things because hopefully we're all feeling good tonight. But obviously we all go through some and this place ain't easy. Nobody said it would be. If they did, they were lying.
Love you, Sean.
I love you, brother. Thank you. It's just good to be in a room full of human animals doing what I think is our most divine medicine that we have on this earth, which is music and connecting through music with other weird, struggling, terrified, joyful freaks. And it's good to be here with y'all. What I would like to do is start this show by offering something that I've never played in front of people before. So it sounds good on my couch, so we'll see if it sounds good in here. My heart don't always beat gracefully to the rhythm of my mind. I've been loving you for a long, long time. Should have never been a race for me to try and make you mine. I've been loving you for a long, long time. We took pictures of our shadows our hands melted, intertwined. And I've been loving you for a long, long time. Come on, baby. You ended things in early spring. I think I might have cried, 'cause I've been loving you for a long, long time. But you never know just how it goes, and many years went by. I've been loving you for a long, long time. Now here we are beneath the stars, two lovers in our prime. And I'll be loving you for a long, long time. Yes, I'll be loving you for a long, long time. Thank you. It's a song called Changes. It goes like this. Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes now. You could spend a lifetime trying to figure it out. I'm going through changes now that have just begun under a purple sun. There's many reasons we are what we've become. I'm going through changes, ripping out pages. I'm going through changes now. I knew it once, but I forgot. I'm going through changes now. We want everything but what we've got. I'm going through changes now. Maybe it's too soon under a purple moon, but I'd ride off with you in a big balloon. I'm going through changes, rattling cages. I'm going through changes now. Things could be different, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes, through all of this strangeness. I'm going through changes now. Thank you.
I'm going through changes. You are going through changes. Welcome, Langhorne Slim. Sean, so good to see you. Good to hear you. You sound good. Glad you're back here in Bentonville at the Momentary. I'm going through changes now. One of those changes is obviously you got a new baby.
I do.
That changes things in every way. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure that they were going to let me do it, but holy smokes.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think about how terrifying it might be if you were my dad.
That's sweet of you, Nick. But the beautiful thing is he doesn't know any better.
Yeah, that's true.
So he just has this.
Yeah.
He digs it.
No, it's
We'll
it's
check back in like 10 years, but
It's a beautiful learning and loving opportunity for both of you, which is so cool.
it's cool. And I will say, I wonder if other people can relate to this where like, you know, you hear so many things of what it's going to be like, right?
Yeah.
And what I did was somehow let that seep into my mind. And so I sort of had, oh, it's going to blast your heart wide open. I was like, that's great. And it's going to make you more present, more patient. I was like, that would be great. It's going to make you pull your head out of your own tuchus. And I was like, that would be great. And then the baby came, and I didn't feel all of those things right away.
Yeah.
But now we're like 5.5 months in, and my heart has been exploded wide open.
Yeah.
And I've never felt more present, and I feel like a higher calling, if you will. And that's been a really,
Yeah.
I feel more focused with my music because there's maybe even less time, but when it's more intentional. I don't know, it's a groovy thing.
That. You've been writing about that opportunity to tap into the deepest part of your soul, essentially, you know, to serve that, to feed that. And so, sure enough, you manifested this opportunity. It's cool. I remember thinking before our first kid, like, all the talk was about the delivery and the delivery and the birth and delivery and how you do that and the breathing and the whole thing. And then everybody splits and you get this tiny little baby. And it's like, wow,
It's wild.
I didn't get the owner's manual for this.
Not only that, when we got out of the hospital room, I wanted to get everybody's numbers and see if they had like Venmo so I could tip them or something. And I was just like, oh, these people are just the most amazing. And there's a lot of them in there and the lighting is terrible, but it's like, it's such a trip. And then you're just like, God, thank you, angel people. And they're like, all right, cool, man. We enjoyed your playlist.
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. Well, you know, again, this journey, the other thing that's going through changes, the universe was giving you some pretty obvious lessons. Like, let's see, there's a random tornado that goes through your neighborhood and starts destroying things willy-nilly. That's interesting and makes me feel slightly precarious. Oh, yeah, and then there's this pandemic that shuts everything down. That's kind of, you know, random. And then there's your own internal struggle. These are not small things.
Yeah, it was a wild time in that, as I have said before, I learned that I didn't need a global pandemic, a tornado, social, political unrest to feel like I'm losing my mind. This was something that I've become an expert on all on my own without any other help. And in the midst of all of that, I was living out in California. I wasn't doing well. I was heavily medicating myself, and it became very obvious, very apparent that I needed to do something about that. So I came back to Nashville. I checked myself into a place that they help people figure these things out a little bit, which I didn't want to do. But then finally I made some calls and I said, I need some help. And people said, thank goodness, we know. You have not been fooling us very well. And off I went, and that was, if we're lucky, for every end, there's a beautiful new beginning. And that was I hope, the end of that life into a life that has blasted me off into having a child of my own, experiencing these sorts of opportunities in my life a lot there. I feel a lot more awake for them and a lot more moved by music, by my relationships. And for a long time, I was doing more than just partying. Partying was fine, but I wanted to be moved. I wanted to taste the divine, the connection to my creativity, that sweet, soft, warm place that you have with certain people. I just wanted to heighten all of those. And so when you're just heightening it all of the time, eventually that stops working.
Yeah, it dried up. You couldn't write a song.
Yeah, I couldn't write a song.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish a song. My relationships were not looking so hot. Above all, I remember feeling like I had lost my ability to smile. And I was just continuing to do the same things, hoping I would
Yeah.
get some different results.
Yet the world works in mysterious ways, and now you've got a 5-month-old son who's going to every day remind you that the opportunity is right now.
Absolutely.
That's it. And no matter what happens through it all, having that opportunity to bring it all to the present, think about what you're lucky to have in your life, your friends, your family, your ability to play and sing, and that's what led you here, so things are working.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for having me.
Glad you're back. Let's get back to music. Welcome back, Langhorne Slim.
Hard to put it into words. When I tried, I felt absurd, but it light the rooms of my soul. I tell myself not to lose control. Well, I'll take it slow, but it's hard to do when you're lying like me, I'm a lying like you. You got hands that I wanna hold, and you light the rooms to the house of my soul. My friend, he said you better play cool. First thing I did was to break that rule. Guess I'm a fool, should've known better. But there's a pain in my heart and I'm dying to get her. Oh honey, you got the hands that I wanna hold. You light the rooms to the house of my soul. You light the rooms, ooh. You light the rooms, ooh. You light the rooms to the house of my soul. Somebody sing it with us. You light the rooms to the house of my soul. You light the rooms to the house of my soul. You light the rooms to the house of my soul. One more time. You light the rooms to the house of my soul. God damn.
Langhorne Slim along with eTones. That's Helen Forrester, Adam Bodine, Christian Teal, Eric Toreen. Langhorne will be back to play some more music later on in the show.
Your visit to eTown is made possible in part by the Bohemian Foundation, building stronger communities through the bohemian qualities of creativity and imagination. On the web at bohemianfoundation.org. By the way, as a reminder for your viewing pleasure, there are over 2,000 videos on the eTown YouTube channel, where you can also subscribe in order to stay up to date with our latest video offerings. You're listening to eTown.
I'm Nick Forster. You're listening to eTown. Langhorne Slim's going to be back to play some more music in a little while. And of course, coming up from Austin, Texas, Greyhounds are here. We love that band. Play some great music. Before we bring them out, we're going to continue with our loose theme about protecting and preserving the good stuff. Our next guest is Grady Spann. He's from the Northwest Arkansas Land Trust. And he's got an interesting story. He served in the military, and then he spent 28 years with Arkansas State Parks as a park ranger, and then eventually the director. He went on to become the executive director of the Northwest Arkansas Land Trust, which is a local nonprofit where he focuses on preserving and enhancing quality of life through the permanent protection of land. Cool stuff. Please welcome to eTown, Grady Spann. Grady, good to see you. Welcome.
What a pleasure to be here. What a great show. My gosh, wonderful show.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Well, I want to touch a little bit on your background first. As I understand it, you were born and raised in Brazil.
Here's the story. I was born in Mexico, raised in Brazil. I married a Mexican who's born and raised in Arkansas, so who's more Latin, me or her?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But the trick there is I was born in Mexico, Missouri.
That is a trick.
But I did live in Brazil for 20 years.
Yeah, and you speak Portuguese.
I do. I falo português.
Oh, good. That's handy around here, I suspect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every day. You just never know.
Well, I know you spent 9 years in the military, and as I understand it, 28 years in state parks here in Arkansas. You've been service-oriented all your life.
You know, Rangers, the most trusted public image, I think, in the world. So being a park ranger was a great honor.
Yeah.
To serve millions of people a year.
Yeah, that's amazing. And so it's kind of a natural extension of that work to find yourself in your current gig, which is figuring out how to preserve land in perpetuity in the northwest part of Arkansas.
Yeah, conservation is a passion for me. I mean,
Yeah.
we discovered during COVID how important nature is to all of us. Nature has healing powers. Going out in nature makes you feel better.
It seems there's a few competing powers in the neighborhood, though, in the region. One, obviously, is the interest in outdoor recreation, mountain biking, hiking, being outside, fishing. And the other is that it's a popular place and people move here all the time, and so development is rampant and you're losing acreage all the time. Farms are getting gobbled up. So those two things are at odds with each other.
They seem to be at odds, but our goal is to work in partnership with developers that we can protect natural habitats, quality of water, water sources, access to outdoor recreation, and just wildlife protection and small farm operations. You don't have to turn everything into, a development or parking lot. You just need to keep it balanced.
And how does it work for them? Do you give them tax benefits or do you give them cash, or how does it work out for the landowners?
So far, most of our landowners have donated conservation easements to us, and what that means is that they voluntarily put restrictions on their land to protect their land in perpetuity. Once that conservation easement is attached to the deed, it can never be developed beyond what that conservation easement says. So, but it's also, we're looking at programs that allow us to buy conservation easements from landowners, and they do get tax breaks as well.
Yeah. And when you go to approach somebody who owns a farm or owns a large tract of land somewhere, are you literally kind of going door to door and saying, hey, I want to talk to you about this opportunity to be able to preserve your land, or how do you do it?
We have public meetings or meetings in communities, and we present what a conservation easement does. It's a voluntary agreement between the landowner and us to protect that land from development. And it's all based, every conservation easement is tailored to that landowner's wishes, which is really unique. And they don't have to allow public access.
Yeah. I was really impressed because I did look at your website and I saw a few of the testimonials from the landowners who've donated some property. And what I was struck by is that a lot of them shared what I would consider almost a Native American sensibility on stewardship instead of ownership. This is land that we are actually just passing through. We're responsible for it. We're taking care of it. We want to honor it. And many of them talked about the mysteries that are still unsolved, having to do with the interrelation between species, among species on these pieces of land, and how everything is connected. It was actually a very kind of spiritual and sensitive understanding that these property owners were talking about, which I was impressed by.
When people leave their land as a legacy in perpetuity, for generations forever, they are allowing us to discover the mysteries of nature. They are allowing nature to recover. They are allowing nature to connect to us in a very healing and powerful way.
Yeah, well, it's noble work and it's important work, and it's also service that you're providing to the landowners, because those landowners are deeply connected to their landscape, the one that this has nourished and fed them for generations, perhaps.
Absolutely. I mean, we have a farm in East Arkansas that's been in our family since 1905. And that farm, my mom was born there and she died there. And, that legacy is very, very deep in my heart.
And if, for example, my family had a farm here in northwest Arkansas and we had a bunch of acres and a barn and house and place that was meaningful to me and generations were familiar with this place, I could donate a conservation easement on the land but still have access to and enjoy the use of that house, right?
Absolutely. A conservation easement does not take the land away from that landowner. That landowner can sell the land, can pass it on to their heirs. The thing is that conservation easement continues to restrict how that land is being used.
Yeah.
And it's a voluntary restriction. It's nothing that we impose on them. It's something that we work with them to develop. So land can stay in the family for generations, but the family gets to enjoy the fact that the natural habitat, that protection of water, the waterfalls, the streams, the creeks, all get to stay the same and continue to flourish and continue to nourish our lives.
Yeah, that's a great message. Well, listen, I applaud you for doing this work. Quickly, if people want to get more information or they want to get involved, they want to replicate what you're doing, is there a website people can go to?
Just go to nwalandtrust.org.
Yeah, nwalandtrust.org.
That's it.
Cool. Well, listen, thanks so much for being with us.
My pleasure.
And it's a great story, and I'm happy you could join us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Grady Spann, thanks so much for being here. Thanks, Grady.
Thank you.
Whether we are protecting someone's state of being or some open space, the theme of our show continues. Right now, we're going to bring out some friends from Austin, Texas, who are working hard to protect a really cool music scene down there that they've been a part of for a long, long time. Greyhounds got together actually just about 25 years ago in Los Angeles, came to Texas and have not looked back. They've been in J.J. Gray's band. They've toured a ton. They recently put out a collaborative record with some of their friends from Austin calling themselves Gray Birds. They've got a live record called Live on 29th Street, and next year they're going to put out a big 25th anniversary project. But I'm telling you, there is not another trio that puts out as much music as these guys. We're just so happy to have them back on the show. Just keys, drums, and electric guitar, some great songs, great singing. Welcome back to eTown, Greyhounds.
We're standing here on this one-way street. No one wants to be the first to leave. What's left to say? Just to walk away. Feels like a band-aid healing slowly. I know you got your dreams to chase, and there's no more time to waste. Take a mental picture of your face. Let's make a clean break. Oh, but I don't need to ask you why. Don't need to ask you why. 'Cause I just can't stand alone goodbye. Where will you go? I don't know, but I'm sure you show the world your beauty. Possibly, if it's meant to be, I'll see you out there on the scene. And I remember the way you were before, when I was the one Thank you.
Just got kind of paid. Well, I just got paid. Every time he don't call, gotta get on right back to that talk way, baby. That's why gotta get back where I come from, baby. Gotta get back where I come from, baby. I gotta get back. Well, I guess I better get clean on out of here, baby. Don't know why. Well, it's so hard for me and you to figure out sometime. Well, the things that we do, the things that we say, are sure enough gonna drive both of you out of our mind. I gotta get back where I come from, baby. Gotta get back where I come from, baby. Gotta get back.
Well, come on, girl. Let's see what's going on.
Hey, what's that red one, dude? Get back. Well, I guess I better get clean on out of here. Back.
Andrew, Anthony, and Russell. So glad you guys are here. Greyhounds sound great, don't they? And are you checking out, are you understanding what's happening? You understand that Anthony's got the bass thing going on over here, right?
Hey.
You're hearing that? And the keyboards and the vocals and the guitar and the drums, and it's three guys, and it's so much music, and it's so cool. Let me just ask you about a couple things. I know you did this partnership. We were talking about the community in Austin that you've been a part of for so long. And you have this new partnership, Graybirds. So how did that come about?
We got some good friends of ours in Austin, Sam Patlow and an old friend of his, Tim Crane. They had a band together called the T-Bird and the Breaks. And over the last few years, we've just been kicking around the idea of doing something collaborative. And Tim had a bunch of songs and ideas, and we all got together and tried to make something out of it, and that was the result.
Yeah, it's a cool record, and it sounds different, but it's still got the soul from both bands, and yeah, it's nice. And is it something that you're going to tour? Can you travel and like play gigs and stuff in that context?
Well, we've talked about it. We probably will. We'll see, if somebody calls us.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey.
I want to also mention that, you know, guys, when you spend a lot of time together, you're coming up on 25 years together, and sometimes people start to like behave like each other. Or do you guys find yourselves like finishing each other's sentences or doing little mannerisms that are kind of like each other after all this time?
That's unavoidable.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He and I are like yin and yang, man. We're born on both sides of the year, and we're just, wherever I fall, he can pick me up and vice versa. So it works really well.
You also
Always has.
cosmically timed something else that was kind of profound, which is much like Langhorne Slim. You both just had babies in the last year since we saw you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a trip. Farrell got pregnant. Well, not him, his wife. But, and then 2 months later, my wife was, we were in Santa Fe, and she's like, something's wrong. And sure enough, yeah, she did the strip thing, and I went in the bathroom. She's like telling our friends, oh, he thinks I'm pregnant. And as she went in the bathroom, I went in there and looked, and I was like, well, you got COVID, or baby COVID. So, because it had the 2 stripes, you know, on the thing. Anyway, whatever. But so, yeah, we have kids. It's a trip, you know?
Got kids. You both have kids for the first time. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Do you bring the babies with you when you play local gigs and stuff?
No way, man. Yeah, no way, man.
Yeah, we're not bringing them to the gigs yet.
Yeah. Well, you know, as I was talking with Sean about this, is like forces you into this new kind of being in the present, being in the moment, and seeing what happens. It's pretty cool. We talked a little bit about preserving and conserving that connection that you guys have shared and helped create in Austin, that super cool music scene in Austin. Even though the rents are getting up there, it seems like things are still percolating. Everybody's still looking out for each other, and there's still a lot of good music in town.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many great artists still there, and people somehow are still figuring out how to get there and influencing and but like just bringing new stuff. It's amazing, and there's still a lot of creativity in Austin and a really good energy there. So even though it's just gotten so big,
There's traffic in
a
Austin.
lot of traffic.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I'm thrilled that you guys are here. So glad you could play some more music, be back with us. And please help me welcome back to the stage here at eTown, Greyhounds.
So we've never had lap steel on this song before, but we're excited, man, to have Nick sit in with us. Thank you.
I try as hard as I can, but I can't seem to understand. Even though you know what you want, baby, you can tell me right up front. I gotta search for the answer hidden in your secret home. Why do you always say this when you really mean no? Come on, baby, say that. What's on your mind? Say that. What's on your mind? Can you find the words to express? Or do you wanna make me guess? I look into your expecting eyes, and I wonder what I did this time. Every day is like a test, and baby, I'm trying to do my best. Why do you always say no when you really mean yes? Come on, baby, say that. What's on your mind? Say that. What's on your mind? I wanna take you there. Come on, all you gotta do, oh, all you gotta do is say that what's on your mind. Say that what's on your mind. Come on and tell me what's on your mind. Lady, what's on your mind? Yeah, man. Thank you all.
That's the Greyhounds. Anthony Farrell, Andrew Troop, Russell Lee on the drums. These guys are going to be back at the very end of the show.
This portion of eTown is made possible by Visit Bentonville, celebrating the historic town square, the miles of bike trails, and the city's commitment to both the visual and the performing arts. More information is available at visitbentonville.com. You're listening to eTown.
I'm Nick Forster. I want to say hello to our listeners who are hearing eTown on stations like KPSQ in Fayetteville, Arkansas, on KBUU in Malibu, California, and on WRUR in Rochester, New York. Thanks for listening. As always, if you want some more information about any of the things we're up to at eTown, you want to find out how you get tickets to a live show, see some videos, see some photos, all that stuff is online at etown.org. Greyhounds are going to be back at the very end of the show right now. Would you please help me welcome back to the stage Langhorne Slim.
I just want to say thank you very much to eTown for having me back. It's a pleasure. And this is the first time that I've gotten to meet and hear the Greyhounds, and it's a pleasure to share the stage with them and the amazing eTown band. So thank you so much to all of them, and thank you so much to all of y'all. My little baby, I wanna hold you. I never felt like this before. And all the cliches that they told me, they're all coming true. I've been shaken to the core. And when you wanna climb, I'll be steady as a tree. And when you climb, sometimes you fall. That's the way it's meant to be. There's rules to follow and rules to break, and dignity in making your own mistakes. Every tomorrow becomes a today, so live, my child, don't you hesitate, don't you hesitate. And when you wanna climb, I'll be steady as a tree. And when you climb, sometimes you fall. That's the way it's meant to be. Now I wanna be the man that at times I wish I had. You'll always be my son, and I'll always be your dad. My silver sunshine, my blue-eyed boy. Everyone's got time for what they make it for. There's many roads to follow, soon you will see. Believe in yourself, and yourself you shall be. And when you wanna climb, I'll be steady as a tree. When you climb, sometimes you fall. That's the way it's meant to be. Now I wanna be the man that at times I wish I had. You'll always be my son, and I'll always be your dad. That's it, man. Thank you. Bring back out Nick, Helen, and the mighty eTown Band.
Slim. Along with eTown's Eric Doreen, Christian Teal, Adam Bodine, and Helen Forster. The record's latest is called Strawberry Mansion's Langhorne Slim, Nashville, Tennessee. We have time for one more song. We're going to get everybody out one more time. We've got to invite all our guests out. I want to do one more tune for you. Thanks to all our guests. Thanks to Greyhounds, Anthony Farrell, Andrew Troop, and Russell Lee. Such a great trio. Those guys are amazing. Thanks to Grady Spann from the Northwest Arkansas Land Trust, reminding us of what's so important about wild and natural places. Thanks, Grady. Thanks to the eTones, to Helen Forster. Thanks to our crew and all the folks here at the Momentary in Bentonville. Thanks to Langhorne Slim. We are going to do one more song about helping out each other, about friends, about looking out for each other. Thank you, Bill Withers. I'm Nick Forster. Hope you can be with us next week right here in eTown.
Sometime beyond love, we all have pain. We have most on go. But if we all run, we know that there's a tomorrow.
Lean on
Me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, but it won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on.
This is a production of eTown.